Very good. So we've graphed the tangent function here. Again, there's asymptotes wherever it's undefined. Okay, but if we were going to graph the cotangent function, because the cotangent is the reciprocal of the tangent, wherever the tangent function equals 0, cotangent will be what? Undefined, meaning the graph will have an asymptote. Okay? So, if you know this one, you really pretty much know your cotangents as well. At 0, because tangent of 0 is 0, so that means cotangent will have an asymptote at 0. Okay? Let's say we got pi over 2 right here, and then we got pi right here. At pi, because the tangent graph is 0 at pi, the cotangent graph will have another asymptote at pi. Same thing in the negative direction. It's like so it has asymptotes at negative pi, 0, pi, so on. If you don't memorize it, that's fine. Just think. Okay? What's the cotangent of 0 radians? Well, cotangent is x over y, and you'd be doing 1 over 0, so you get it undefined. Same thing out at pi, you get it undefined. But now, in between them, okay, from 0 to pi over 2, tangent is positive, so 1 divided by a positive still gives us a positive. From pi over 2 to pi, that'd be the second quadrant. Tangent is negative, and 1 divided by a negative gives you a negative. So the graph looks like this.
So it's just like negative tangent, except for the asymptotes.
Correct. Yep. And if you wanted to make a bigger table of values, you certainly could. We could have, done just like we did with tangent, made a bunch of, values. But I just thought it'd be easier to, once we have this one down, transfer it to this one fairly easily. Amplitude? There isn't one. Period? 1 pi. Okay?
How do you get, can you get the period to be like 2 pi? Like, is there anything you
Yep.
do?
Throw a half in front of the x.
It's the same rules from...
Except instead of taking 2 pi divided by b, you take pi divided by b to get your period. Okay? Honestly, on this, I'm only have you do 3 practice problems because I'm not going to get anything too crazy because we don't use tangent a ton. What I would like is, I'm going to give you 3 problems. They're not even out of the textbook, I don't think. If my computer can work, that'd be great. Y equals tangent 2x, right? So, homework, all you're going to do is you're going to graph y equals the tangent of 2x, and y equals the tangent of 4x. And let's also do y equals the cotangent of 2x. And again, all that those are going to do is they're just going to change the period. Okay, they're just going to change the period. To find your period for these, you just do 1 pi divided by your b value, or in this case 1 pi divided by 2 and so on. Okay? Use graphing calculators maybe to help you a little bit. You have time to at least do one of them, so I'll be here to help you with the first one. But I think you guys can handle those once I give you a little bit of assistance. So, any questions? Alright, so cotangent looks like this. Draw the asymptotes and then just draw in the curve. Same thing for tangent. Draw the asymptotes. That curve goes this way because we plotted the table of values to help us out a little bit. Should be good to go. If you want to use regular graph paper, fine. I think it's a lot easier on these just to draw your own. So, yeah.
Do we have to draw 2 periods?
Yeah, draw at least 2 periods on each of them.
Okay.
Do you want us to state the vertical asymptotes? Like
Just you don't need to state where they are. Just make sure your graph is labeled and then state your vertical asymptotes. That'd be good. Oh, there it is. So again, homework's over there. Y equals tangent 2x, y equals tangent 4x, y equals cotangent 2x. And to find your period, just do 1 pi divided by b.